So, making disciples, loving God, reaching the world for Jesus. Let's just start on something that is called the Great Commission. How many guys know the Great Commission? Okay, you guys, let me just quote this and exegete this for us. Matthew 28:18-20 says this, and Jesus came and said to them, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I've commanded you, and behold, I'm with you always, even to the end of the age. Most of the time we read that, and we just skim right over it because we've heard it so many times, and we never really get the bulk of some things that I want to pull out to you this morning. Number one is this. Jesus said, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. All authority. That authority is the realm of dominion, the power of God, okay? Not just here on earth. He said in heaven and on earth. The cosmos, everything in heaven, everything that exists was put under the authority of Jesus when he came here, all right? I call that kingdom authority. Kingdom authority and spiritual authority are not the same thing. Kingdom authority is the thing that speaks to the wind, and it speaks to the seas, and it ceases. That's cosmos and here on earth. Speaks to a tree, and it withers and dies. That's kingdom authority. All right, you get, he said, all this authority has been given unto me. And then he says, I'm giving you, now I read you the ESV version, now I'm going to give you the ESM version, okay? He says, and because of that, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. All right? So here comes this radical command right there. That's why this is called the Great Commission. There's this mandate that comes forward. What is the mandate? What's the mandate? Now, here's the thing. Most of the time we think the mandate is go. But guess what? That is not the mandate. That's not the primary mandate. Because here's how it really goes interpreted. As you are going, you do what? You make disciples. The primary mandate of the verse of the Great Commission is make disciples. Surprise, it's not go. Because Jesus assumed you were already going. There wasn't something, you got to go. It's already implied in the verse. It's assumed you are going. Do you want to know why? Who do you go? Who are you going to? Who do you make disciples of? Who do you make disciples of? Who does it say? All nations. All nations. So he already assumes you're going. But the reason you are going is to make disciples. So the whole thing was making disciples. And of who? Of all nations. That word in the Greek is ethne. Of every people group, of every tribe. And he says, and behold, I'm with you always, even until the end of the age. All right? So that's called the Great Commission. Jesus had all authority. Because of that, you and I can, as we're going about, we go and we make disciples. By the way, what's a disciple? It's interesting. That's another. What is a disciple? You know, the most pragmatic term of disciple is a follower. Okay, it's a follower. That's what a disciple is. It's a follower. But Jesus, when he went around, most people who had disciples, man, you come, you follow my teaching. You do what I say. You follow my teaching. But that wasn't Jesus' call. Jesus didn't say, come, follow my teaching, okay? That's not what he said. What did he say? Come follow me. Jesus said, you come and follow me. The disciple of Christ was more than just following the teaching. It was about following the teacher. It was about following the rabbi. It was about following the master, Jesus, in everything we do. That's how we say, I've been crucified with Christ. If you're a true disciple, we can say, I've been crucified with Christ. So the call, the Great Commission, was about making disciples of every nation. And that's why our missions become so important. Every single one of us have a mandate from Christ to fulfill this Great Commission. And it will be fulfilled in different ways. For some of you, it's going to be fulfilled through sacrificial giving. Notice I said sacrificial giving, not just giving. Not just giving, sacrificial giving. I think we probably get this, but we've been trying this for 2,000 years and we've not reached the world yet. We've been trying it for 2,000 years. It's not going to happen by our own creativity. It's not going to happen by our own strategic plans. I'm telling you, it's going to be happening by the sacrifice of the church and by the people of God, and you are the church. And if we don't do something different, we keep delaying and delaying and delaying things, all right? It is through sacrifice, okay? Someone giving, some of you are going to say, hey, I'm going to volunteer as God has spoken to me, and I'm going to go to the nations of the world. There's a lot of different ways. And some of you, in every place that you are going, you need to be making disciples, bringing them into the church, bringing them here so that they are developed and hear apostolic preaching, can understand that the supernatural manifestation of the gifts of the Holy Spirit, but you got to bring people in.